but it's in the closing section of this article where the true underlying message really sticks out. And just what a perfect example of how truly religious this whole belief system regarding space and our destiny to explore it really is.
Take your time.
It reads, "Space, ultimately, is about faith. Faith that our curiosity, restlessness, and willingness to take some risks will lead to treasures we cannot imagine. We must recognize what space does for us as a people and as a nation, technologically, educationally, globally, economically, and spiritually." We need a dream. I'm an engineer, so when I dream, I do more than just close my eyes and think happy thoughts. To me, a dream is a vision with a plan, one that strains capabilities to the point of seeming impractical. This means more than a moon base, more than a colony on Mars, more than capturing an asteroid. We can't just commit to a decade-long effort and then turn back. We have to keep on going, up through the gravity well. We'll suffer setback, but we'll also achieve astonishing goals. If we meet this challenge, we will be known as the generation who opened up the terrain of space, who settled the greatest frontier. Future generations will remember us for our courage and boldness. The gravity well presents today's greatest exploratory challenge and the single best opportunity to move our society forward. If we agree to move up and beyond the gravity well, then the higher we go, the less it will pull us back. Gravity will gradually release its hold, and we will sever the bonds that hold us below the firmament.
I think we were done.
And then the well becomes a ladder. I mean, are you kidding me? I swear, that's what it actually says. That's how he ends it. He mentions the, quote, gravity well all throughout the article. Firstly, as this, this literal function of the gravitational pull of the Earth and the Sun and everything. But then really it's just more of a metaphor for, that which is supposedly holding us back as a species. I mean, it really is all about evolution. And not just in regards to the past, but to the future as well. And sure, the heliocentric Big Bang cosmology is a necessary requirement for a Big Bang theory. That's pretty easy to demonstrate for anyone willing to look. But that's only half of it, and probably not even the most significant half from a spiritual context. Yes, on the one hand, evolution threatens to deprive the individual of any true meaning by teaching that everyone and everything is nothing more than a big cosmic accident. So why doesn't that simple philosophical deduction wake up a lot more people to the inherent fallacy of evolution? Well, because evolution offers the dream, the ancient delusion, Lucifer's lie.
I don't think we were done.
Ye shall be as gods. Evolution dangles this carrot. It dazzles the imagination with dreams of humanity fulfilling its own destiny and conquering the stars, and along the way unlocking the secrets of the universe which must be awaiting us out there. Maybe hiding inside the rings of some distant planet, or beneath the cloudy atmosphere of some alien world, inside the mysterious ship of some advanced alien species, or embedded within the dimensional physics of the universe itself. I mean, who knows? When we start embracing such fantasies, whether it entails things like warp drives and wormholes, or clone armies and alien armadas, or whatever else, what we're really doing is reaching out for that same old forbidden fruit, that old serpentine lie, only in a repackaged, modernized, space-suited form. Now, I'm not talking about getting legalistic or anything, or trying to say that watching these kinds of movies and shows is itself completely wrong or sinful by itself, but I'm just merely saying all of this in hopes that more people will start opening their eyes and opening their ears to hearing this Gnostic gospel, this evolutionary gospel that is being preached through virtually every one of these productions, and start seeing how much it really works in conjunction with all the propaganda coming from the quote-unquote real scientists and engineers working at places like NASA, which are bombarding us all the time, even while we're flipping through a silly little in-flight magazine.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it fierce. But I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat. Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
Little green men and UFOs? Come on.
You misunderstand me. I'm not talking about the flying saucers of popular hysteria. What I refer to is the hidden history of our planet. The very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
I'm really just here about the job.
I'm sorry if I'm rattling on. I sometimes forget not everyone finds these things as compelling as I do. I'll leave you to Edward. He'll be your immediate supervisor. But remember, I'd love to chat more about this when matters are not so pressing. Welcome to the family.
What was all that about?
Don't worry about it for now. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me. Any questions?
Only about 1 million.
You should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. We think the courier got ambushed as he was leaving the place. The guards heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened. Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
Yep, I'll see you soon with the package.
Good luck. Don't get killed on your first job. Jack, the new...
Sing it, brother.
One moment. I just have to...
You'll be right with you.
Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello, hello.
Concur. Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased.
I agree.
Please, have a seat. Edward. Please, have a seat. Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't
for...
interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
The universe is a big place. Anything could be out there.
Wonderful. Most people's minds are too narrow to admit the possibilities of an infinite universe. But I'm not talking about flying saucers and little green men. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet. The very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
That's really interesting.
I'm glad to hear you say that. It's become my life's work. My approach is to combine a rigorous scientific method while keeping an absolutely open mind. So much has been closed off to us simply because people assumed they already knew the answers. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization. The structures and artifacts were strange, disturbing even. Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell him what I need him to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending him to look for the missing shipment.
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed. It isn't important now. Welcome to the family.
Okay. You're officially hired. Congratulations.
That was interesting.
Good. If you like that kind of thing, you've come to the right place. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north. There's any...
Only about 1 million.
You should... We think. Check it. You all...
Yep, I'll see you soon with the package.
Good luck.